we're going to talk about probably the most controversial animated film recently to come out. I don't mean controversial. I mean probably divided.
Polarizing.
Yeah,
That's the word.
exactly. Yes. I'm trying. Okay, so in 2013, I believe
Remember that year?
it was a good. Okay,
Was it live?
I don't want to lie on here, but I mean we're not even sponsored. Who cares if we lie?
We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, no
It's
one
the
can stop
internet.
us.
It's the internet. Or
Yeah.
is this going on public TV at all? Like
One day.
is this getting broadcasted on like MSNBC, PBS?
You know, if we lie enough, maybe.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's classic.
In 2013, the highest grossing animated film of all time was released. Highest grossing. Frozen.
Oh yes.
Now, have you seen Frozen?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, before we get into thoughts on Frozen, the sequel is going to be coming out November 27th, 2019. So
A
about
little bit of distance.
6 years. Yeah. I mean, you got to remember that I believe Disney, they've started doing 2 animated films a year. It used to be 1, and then before that, it was like a big gap, like between Walt Disney's death and then kind of the resurgence started Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
But November 27, 2019. At least it's not wait like Toy Story 3. I remember that. I remember the end of Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Prospector's like, you girls want me in Toy Story 3? I'm just like, where is it? But yeah, Frozen 2 coming out November 27, 2019, which is pretty good for kind of animated sequel. I mean, luckily they don't have to rebuild all the characters.
Yeah.
So it's pretty recent. So, before I get on my thoughts, what are your thoughts about the movie Frozen? Probably the most polarizing. It sounds like it's either love or hate.
Okay, I think one big reason why it's probably so polarizing is because it's kind of hard to like something that has the following that it has.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a lot of movies have probably more crossover with adults, but it might be kind of hard to get on board with just the marketing and just everything being shoved in your face about Frozen for years.
Yeah.
It never ends, and it's tough. But when I did see it, probably just a couple months after it came out, not immediately after it came out.
In theaters or home video?
Probably not a couple months, but when it was released on video, so however long that was.
Video!
On video cassette tape.
Yeah, exactly.
When it was released on video cassette tape.
Oh! Have you ever seen this? There's this guy on YouTube. He made like kind of like a. If you ever remembered like the '90s Disney trailers, he made like a Frozen trailer. If it had been set in the '90s, and it's got like the black bars on the side. It's kind of got the crappy VHS thing.
Oh man,
it's so cool.
That's
but
good. That's
keep going. I just wanted to.
No, that's good. It's not. It's all right. I think it is all right. Are you gonna have a barf bag or something next to you that you gotta throw up? Like,
I clean my mouth for the swears I'm about to say.
I saw it once. I love animated movies, but I think what I'm saying is that the fact that I don't want to see it ever again
Yeah.
shows that it really wasn't that great, because I watch, like, most Pixar movies, I just, those are like my most watched movies. I watch them and rewatch them all the time.
Well, first, favorite Pixar movie. You can say I'll say Toy Story trilogy as a whole. You can go.
Gosh, I'm between I'm between 3, I think.
Well, ones.
Well, Finding Nemo, Monsters Inc., and Toy Story 2.
Okay.
I
cheated and say trilogy.
If I had to say one of those, I might lean, because of nostalgia, towards Monsters Inc. I think that would, if I had to pick right now, because you do have a gun, I see, pointed to my head.
Say it!
And I gun to my head, I would have to say Monsters Inc.
Okay. So, man, how do we Pixar? Oh yes, you watch Pixar movies a lot.
Yeah.
So Finding Dory.
Oh yeah, I just very recently saw it.
I might get some hate. I like Finding Dory more than Finding Nemo.
I don't mind that opinion. I mean, I think I prefer Finding Nemo, but it's close. I mean, I love that Pixar can make good sometimes good sequels.
Yeah, we're not counting Cars because it's the
those?
sequel no one wanted, and Planes. Although that's not really Pixar; it's kind of Disney on their own.
Yeah.
So back to Frozen, I guess. Or if you had anything else to say about Pixar.
No, I guess I guess the only other thing with just with Frozen, I guess I'm just kind of on the fence about it. I really don't know. Like, I'd like to hear what your probably strong opinions are going to be about it, but I can't necessarily see it being trash, but it's also not that easy to love to me.
Yeah, it's not like Pixar where you can do them over and over. So, here's the thing about Frozen. I know you're building up this hype. So, here's my thoughts about Frozen. So, I sat there and I watched it. Because I didn't want to see it at first. I watched it and I'm just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean... Here's my problem with the movie. A few of the problems I have. Number one, there's way too much. I felt way too much music that was used to pad the movie.
Oh yeah.
I felt like, oh my god, another song. They kept going on and on and on.
It's kind of a musical.
I know, but it's not like you can watch like Beauty and the Beast, and you're not like there's got to be like 6 songs in there. Frozen, it felt like there was 14 or something. It was like, oh my god, again, can't you just speak? And here's kind of a little bit of the backstory about the movie of Frozen. Is that originally, do you know any of the backstory about how it was made?
Pretty much nothing.
So, Elsa is the one who freezes things, I think.
Yes,
I only watched it once too.
I know because the constant marketing and advertisement can't ever make me forget that Elsa is a character in Frozen.
Elsa was originally going to be the villain, the whole movie.
Really?
She was going to be the villain.
Really?
But then they made that song Let It Go. You know, we all wish that we could let it go from our heads.
I cannot possibly ever forget that song, and it will haunt me until the day that I die.
I remember sitting in the theater watching it thinking, oh my god, this is going to be big, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, did you hear they made like a sing-along Frozen? Where people could sing. They had like the words at the bottom.
Like the people went like to a theater or something, and they could all sing along? I think I am starting to hate the movie.
Alright, so we had it where... So, they had Let It Go. After that song, they decided, okay, we're going to try and make her a hero, and they made that, I think it was a prince. The prince was evil. And I felt kind of... The thing that I felt with Frozen is it felt like that script needed another rewrite. Because I find it weird how... We have this character who goes off, and she basically makes those ice monsters. And, you know, people almost die, probably, if I remember right. And then at the end, it's like, sister, all is forgiven, let's hug! And then I just felt like, man, that needed, like, another rewrite. If you wanted to make Elsa be good, that part of her making the ice people was probably not a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
So I felt... That was probably my 2 biggest things, and I felt like probably they added a few songs to pad it, because when you change Elsa being from evil to good, they probably had to shorten take out some parts of the script, and they had to make up that 75-minute runtime. They had to add more songs.
I mean, yeah. I mean, another thing is songs probably... songs probably help it in the marketing direct. Gives them another chance to have a hit.
I feel like here's something to ask. If Let It Go was never in that movie, would it have made $1 billion?
That's a good question. I think everyone singing that song after it was released probably made more people interested in it. Mm. But it would definitely probably still be one of the best-selling... How does it rank amongst movies? How is it one of the best-selling movies of all time? I would imagine.
Well, I know box office, it's the highest... Let's see. It has the highest-grossing animated film and the 9th highest-grossing film of all time.
Okay.
And in 2014, during media sales, is the best-selling Blu-ray disc of all time in the United States.
Okay. I think it would still probably break some kind of records without it, maybe because it is so marketable.
Yeah.
Like it has such like it kind of has iconic characters and like I mean it's so marketable that I think it probably would be extremely famous and break records, but it definitely wouldn't have gotten to the same point without Let It Go.
I think one of the things that makes people mad about this movie is that when you remember the TV spots, they always talk about the best film since The Lion King or Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast. I feel like that kind of made a few people mad because, look, compared to, I mean, Disney's gotten back on track with their animated films. They kind of fell apart with Treasure Planet and Home on the Range, and the worst one of all, Chicken Freaking Little.
I'm a big fan of Treasure Planet, so I'd venture for you to take that back.
I've only watched it once. I've not watched it since 2000 whatever.
It's probably one of those things where I was kind of obsessed with that movie when I was a kid, and I have probably saw it like 10 times back then and haven't seen it since. It's probably not good. But I don't have a sense of judgment when I'm like...
I've only watched it once, so I apologize. I apologize
no, I definitely
to ruin your childhood.
I definitely would agree that, I mean, it's not one of the classics.
It's not Lion King.
It's not Lion King.
And I'll say this. I felt one of the best... I felt Tangled was better. Have you seen Tangled?
Better than Frozen?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And one of my favorite ones that they did recently, I haven't seen Moana, but one of my favorite one, probably in my top 15 of all time, if we don't count Pixar, is, oh my god, Zootopia.
Oh, that's a great movie. I have a follow-up quote. We said our favorite Pixar movies. What's your favorite non-Pixar Disney animated film?
Can we do eras?
I guess so, because it sounds like it's going to be hard for you otherwise. I have an answer to this. I've thought about it a lot, and I have an answer.
Okay.
Would you like my answer first?
Sure.
My answer is Mulan.
Mulan, really?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really come to this conclusion until recently, but I watched it again, and I was just like, this is just fun.
I need to watch it again.
Fun.
Yeah.
And I think as far as music in a Disney animated film goes, it's up there. It's one of the... I think it's some of the best music, and I love it.
I remember there's a Siskel and Ebert review that they talked about the music from Mulan was forgettable.
Yeah.
Now, they also said that about The Lion King.
Yeah.
And we remember Hakuna Matata.
I think you gotta have people's nostalgia working for them, because that's part of the reason for me. Is like, I'm more nostalgic about the music in Mulan than most other Disney films. Like, it's just watching it and the music is playing, and it's more nostalgic than, for some reason, a lot of other Disney music didn't. I didn't grow up when Beauty and the Beast was released. When was Beauty and the Beast released?
91.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't born yet. So, yeah, so I'm not nostalgic about that.
The live action one?
I haven't.
It's really good. The first few minutes are the worst part. They cut that out. It's really good. I was expecting to hate it, and I really liked it.
Oh.
But for me, okay, it's not original, what I'm going to say. Probably my all-time... I don't know. There's something about The Lion King for me. I don't know. I just feel like he's almost like Batman in his way. And I know the story's kind of based on Hamlet, which Kevin Conroy, who is the best Batman of all time, said how Batman is kind of like Hamlet. But I don't know. I just feel like the comedy was great. We got this story about this guy who'd been through so much and was able to overcome everything and become like a leader for his people. So, but I guess in eras, I'd say the Walt Disney era. I'd probably say, it's the first one. I really like Snow White. I feel like that's such a great movie.
Yeah.
The Renaissance era, Lion King, with Aladdin coming in at number 2, and probably Hunchback number 3. And then probably modern Zootopia.
Yeah, those are good. By era, I probably would also put Zootopia as my favorite from this era. That's a great movie. I cannot say. Man, the
The
old Walt Disney era
yeah.
ones. I don't think I really ever got.
Do you know
that
which
into
ones are the Walt Disney era? Like, if I
mean,
said...
in general, I mean, I know Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, right? Cinderella. I mean, I don't. What am I missing?
let's see. Pinocchio.
That one's good, actually.
Dumbo.
Okay.
Bambi.
Now we're cooking. These are actually ones.
Jungle
that I
Book
did
is the
when I was a
last
kid.
one he did, because he died during production of it. Sword in the Stone. That's such a random one.
That's such a. Whose favorite is
I
Sword
don't
in
know.
the Stone?
The
Yeah,
guy
I'm
who
sorry.
also has the
Sword-
VHS copy of the Black
Yeah,
Cauldron.
I'm sorry, Sword in the Stone.
Guys,
fans.
you feel when he came out, but it's wonderful!
I'm sorry, Sword in the Stone fans, but no one's favorite is Sword in the Stone. Watch the other ones again.
I rewatched it for the first time like a year ago, and I don't remember anything about it.
I think now that you say that, I would probably say Bambi or Pinocchio.
Yeah, Pinocchio is probably right under Snow White for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I remember they talked about how it was like kind of like such the multiplane camera, where the opening scene kind of where it goes through the city,
Oh yeah.
and it almost like live action. How they had to make a special camera for that.
No. Fun.
All
Fun.
right. So there we go on Frozen.
Another
In which we talked
insane
about-
rabbit hole.
I know.
Rabbit trail. What is it? Rabbit hole.
I believe it's Rabbit Hole because another Walt Disney one,
Oh.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that's actually that's my favorite now.
That
Because
is
you said it. No, I don't
No.
know. I don't know. I haven't thought about it enough.
Yeah.